Hi Julia Watts here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the Sentimentally Yours creative packs, and I'm going to be using the Sunflower Secrets, and I do have some left in stock over on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk, and you'll also find them over at Honeypot Crafts as well. And so I'm going to be using the Sunflower Secrets A4 creative pack. I know a lot of you have already got this. I love this. I think it's, I don't know if it's my favourite. I think it is. I'm working with it today, so today it's my favourite. So in this creative pack, you've got 7 topper sheets and 4 background papers, 5 background papers. So there's 12 sheets in total, 2 sheets of each, and they are 250 GSM, so they are a card weight. And I'm just going to be using a few of the elements, and I'm also going to be using the co-ordinating 8x8 paper pack, which has got lovely sunflower backing papers and co-ordinating linen papers as well. Get them while we've still got them. That's the thing, because there won't be a reprint. Let's pop this out of the way. So where's all my bits? So I've chosen one of the topper sheets. So I've got this one here. Let's turn it that way so you can see actually. I know they're sideways on, but you can see the full sheet. And on this sheet you've got 2 large square toppers. As you can see, you've got 2 kind of decorative inverted corner rectangle type toppers, if you like, but it's very decorative. And you've got a couple of borders as well. So amazingly, I don't know if it was planned by Phil, but with the charmed squares, which should be available again in April, if you take the largest of the plain squares, you can actually cut out and then leave a tiny little border, a tiny little white border around the edge. So that's going to work perfectly. And we are going to be making a 7x7 pop out, because I haven't done a pop out with the sunflowers yet, so I thought I would do one. So let's crack on. Right, bits and pieces. So just like when I did the Peony Whisper one, we have a 7x7 card blank, and then we've got another 7x7 card blank, which I've scored at 8.5 centimetres in from each edge, and then that gives you the pop out element. And for this pop out, I've used the Regency squares from the Layered Differently collection, and I've taken the middle size one and popped that in, and I've used the point on the fold, or one of the points on the fold, and cut that out, so that gives me the aperture. Incidentally, I did think, and I've been meaning to mention this before, if you're making lots of these, you're going to end up with lots of these circles cut out, and obviously they've got a line down them. What you could do is, because they'll come out this way, you could fold them so that, no, you don't want that way, you want that way. So I'll fold them the opposite way and stick loads and loads of them together and run some cord, and then you can make yourself like a Christmas tree decoration, or any sort of decoration to go in your window if you wanted to. Imagine lots of them stuck together. Anyway, don't necessarily throw them away. Then what I've done is I've taken again the third one and then the largest one together and cut myself a frame to go around the aperture. So as with the other 2 pop out cards I've seen, which you can watch on my YouTube channel, they will be there forever for you. We're going to stick this down first so this will stick, and then we can fold it. I mean, it will be fine anyway, because we're using the Sentimentally Yours PVA. And there is like a right and a wrong edge to these, so just figure out which one is right, and I've put a little arrow so I can tell where it's got to be. So let's glue this in place. Now I've had my glue upside down like I always have, but it gets to a point where it decides it's going to fill up, so we'll see how we get on with this. It's just the easiest way rather than waiting forever for your glue to come down. So we just run a little bit of glue around this. And pop it on our aperture. I'm very much into pop outs at the moment. And if you do live anywhere near me, which is in Fareham in Hampshire, my next workshop at the Maker's House is on Sunday the 8th of June. I think that's the date anyway. And we will be doing, the theme is summer. I forget which one it is. That one? Yeah, the theme is summer. And what I'm going to do is make up some kits for pop outs with kind of summer flowers. So I'll be using the creative packs from this year and from last year. This is a little bit fiddly and my sleeves keep getting in the way. Yeah, so you can make your own pop out. And I'll probably do a trifold as well. I normally divide the workshops into 2 sessions, so you can book either the morning or the afternoon, or there's a discount if you come all day. And so we'll have one kit in the morning, which will probably be the pop out, and one kit in the afternoon, which will be a trifold. So the pop out will be mainly dies, and then the trifold I think I'm going to do with stamps. So there's our aperture with its frame around it, and what I've done is I've chosen one of the papers from the paper pack with sunflowers on it. So I trimmed it down to 6.5 by 6.5, I think. So you can see that when that's behind it, you've got those lovely sunflowers behind the aperture. I think that'll look smashing. Right, okay, let's put that aside to dry. I'll put it underneath my NDF for a little while. And we will stick this while we're here. So just as before, we will find the opening. We will run a little bit of glue just along one edge, like so. And pop it in the fold. You can see it's just a little bit short, top and bottom. And then fold it and press. And then we pop a little bit of glue down the other open side. Don't do any top and bottom, don't do it all over. Just run it down the open edge, and then you fold the back of the card over, give it a good press. And as I've said before, and I will show you just in case you haven't seen my other videos, when it's stuck you've got like a gap when you open it, and that's how it's supposed to be. That way when you fold it, the card isn't going, the paper's not going to rock up and damage and look a mess. It's going to be absolutely perfect. So that's that. And let's look at decorating the front now. So I'm using, this is Lemon Sorbet card from Sentimentally Yours, which is a lovely pale yellow. There is Lemon Zest, but that's much brighter. So it depends on whether you want to go for bright yellow or if you want to go for pale. And then I've got the largest of the decorative charmed squares, which is going to fit my lovely topper. So you can see, because I've cut it out using the largest plain square in the charm squares, we've got that lovely debossed edge, and see, it fits perfectly. So it's almost like I've got a mat there already. I'm not going to edge that with anything. I think I'm going to just leave it lovely pure white as it is. So let's get this stuck down. Remember, this topper is from the Creative Pack. Paper that's in the inside the card is from the 8x8 paper pack, both Sunflower Secrets. You can do this with any of the Creative Packs. Obviously the toppers change, so you have to sometimes think about your layouts. Phil hasn't put the same shaped toppers in all of them, or the same size toppers in all of them. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating. It gives you a lot of variety. I'm not sure what that is overhead. I don't know if you can hear that. We've had a few helicopters and things over today. Okay, that's that. And then that will go on there, but we want something in between it. So I have embossed a piece of pure white card using the new Quilted Circles 3D embossing folder. And I've changed my sandwich slightly because I don't think my brain was in gear when I was originally doing it. So I used the Culture Creations Go Powder, and I was using the big white A plate, which is the base plate. Then I was using a 2mm plate, which I bought by accident. Then the folder with the card in it, and then a 3mm plate. And then I suddenly thought, 2 + 3 is 5, isn't it? So you could just use your B plate. So use your base plate, which is the A plate, then your folder with your card in it, and then the B plate, the 5mm plate, and it works absolutely fine. It is a little bit crinkly, so we're gonna put it underneath my MDF, and I have edged it with a little bit of Stickles, and this is diamond that I've used. That way I don't get glitter all over the place. Drives me nuts. So yeah, Stickles glitter glue, which I have got on my website. You will find it, and it does last a long time. We like a bit of Stickles in my class. See, this looks fantastic on the back as well, doesn't it? Look at that. It's incredible. I hope you've got some of the new folders, because they are absolutely amazing. I know you probably think I have to say that, but I am very, very impressed with them. And of course 8x8, you don't have to do 8x8. I know Phil is sometimes a little bit frustrated by the shrinkage. Oh, incidentally, when you do actually emboss them, do mist both sides of the card with a little bit of water before you actually run them through, before you put them in the folder. That way the fibres are more flexible, and then you won't get the cracking. Sometimes you get that with deep embossed folders. So yeah, do mist it. And what I've done with this is, instead of die cutting it and then embossing it, what I've done is I've just actually put a piece of A5 card through, and then I trimmed it to the size after I'd embossed it. And that way you're going to get your borders even all the way around. That's the theory anyway. But do wait for your card to dry before you trim it, because the trimmers don't like wet card, just so you know, if you don't realise. Right, I'm going to put that underneath my MDF, and I will rescue something else from underneath there, because it doesn't want to stay flat, and it's going to drive me bonkers. Okie dokie, so that's that. Then for the inside panels, I've trimmed down a bit. What did I trim to? Let me see if I can tell you. I trimmed to 7.8 centimetres by, oh, that's 16.6 centimetres. Okay, and then I've also got a piece of the quilted excuse me, card, pure white card, that I've edged again with the diamond Stickles, and this is trimmed to 7.3 by 16.4. Okay, so you can always rewind and listen to me to tell you that again. Right, so we're going to just stick this down so this is sticking as well, and then we'll look at the elements that I might be putting on the top. I haven't 100% decided how I'm going to decorate the inside, but I have cut some elements out of the creative pack, so we'll just see. Oh, and I have stamped some sentiments ahead of time as well, and I've used the words of inspiration from the Rustic Just Saying, or Just Saying Rustic, whichever way round you want to say it. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get this straight. Quite pretty with a little bit of glitter around the edge. So you're going to go under there as well. Make room. They're all cosy under there, they are. I know, because they told me. No, I'm not going balmy. I do know that paper doesn't talk to itself. Or to each other, even. It is quite hard to get the glue on this because it's so deep. It's amazing, the emboss. I know a lot of you will already have received your orders, or even if it's like your first part, if you've just bought a bit to see how you get on with it. I think Saz has put in the Crafting with Phil Martin Sentimentally Yours group some of the sandwiches for some of the machines, but all machines are different. Just because I've told you what I use on my Gale Power, it doesn't mean to say it's going to work for you. You might have to shim it with a bit of paper, or you might have to, you know, just fiddle around with your sandwiches. It doesn't look as even on top and bottom. I might have trimmed that a bit too much, that one. Or what might have happened is it might not have been 100% dry when I've got a bit there that I want to get out. When I trimmed it, and then it might have shrunk a little bit more. Oh, it's going to get on my nerves. Let's see if we can get that out. Don't want a black bit there. There we go. Pick up tool. Okay. So we're going to put that underneath there as well. They are flattening out nicely. They are sticking now. Right. So let's get my bits out. Did I knock the camera there? I don't know if I did. You know, I normally do, don't I? Right. So I've got border. And I've got some tab bits. I've got Sending Love Your Way, and I have used, put these little sentiments out, I have used the second largest die from the Debossed double stitched circles. So we've got that lovely double stitch detail on the inside. So we've got Sending Love Your Way, we've got Be True to You, You Are Amazing, Do What You Love, and we've also got You Are the Best. So those are all from, no, they're not from that one. No, from this one. They're Just Saying Rustic Words of Inspiration. You get loads and loads of sentiments on here. 18. And I like them because they're very motivational. We've also got a butterfly, and I've actually left the antennae on. One's fatter than the other. We've got a diamond. We've got some more of those lovely tabs. I've got a heart. I've got a tag. And then I've got a couple of these sort of brackety bits. I don't know how you describe them. They look like curly brackets to me. So I've got all those. So we're going to use those to decorate. We can put, we might have Sending Love Your Way on the front there, but do I want to have something else with it? That's the question. And I could put it on there, but it's a shame to cover it up, isn't it? Could do that, then it layers. Well, that one's not quite got quite such a big sunflower on it, so I could perhaps put it on there. You could obviously stamp directly onto the tab as well if you wanted to. Just seems a shame to cover them up, doesn't it? Well, this one here, so I told you I didn't know what I was doing. This one here, I could have it upside down and you wouldn't know it was upside down. So we could have it like that. That works. So I might do that on that one. Let's get something out of here and work on it. Right, so as I said, we've got a border. So I might want to go, border might want to go above like that. We could have one of them brackety things sticking out perhaps. Maybe a tag, no. Oh my god, I've got a diamond. See, faff, 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 faff. We could bring that in, that might be quite nice. That's one of them. Where's the other? Where's the other one? We could have a sentiment here like "You are the best." That would work, I think. Then we've got this one. It's definitely shorter than that one, or maybe this one's longer. Ah, that's not straight, that's why. Let me just trim that. Made that better or not? These are the same size now though. There's definitely something wrong with that. We'll have to cover that one up. Maybe we'll put this one here. That's what we'll do. We'll put this one on here. So this will be the left hand one. Because that'll hide that. There we go. Job's a good one. And then perhaps we'll have this tag here. I do like that tag. And we can have a tab coming in up here. And perhaps a heart there, just off there. And we have, where shall I have a, we can even have that underneath there perhaps. We can have loads of sentiments on here, can't we? Maybe we'll stop at that, not overdo it too much. We can have that one up there though. We'll see when they're inside. I think that's probably what we're going for. So I do want to just edge this, I think, the sentiment with something. Shall we edge? Yeah, we'll use some scattered straw. It is quite white against the white. You could obviously put a bit of the glitter around if you wanted to, but I want it to be dry straight away. That'll be fine. I mean, obviously with the stickles, because it's not glitter, it's glitter glue, I could have edged with the scattered straw afterwards. I want to edge everything with this. I might actually. Bear with, talk amongst yourselves. They'll probably end up in different places by the time I stick them down anyway. Such is the nature of this. I mean, the best thing, if you want things in exact place, best thing to do is to take a photograph. And then you can work to your photograph. Now I'm edging this one, I know, because there is a little bit of white showing. So edging it hides that bit of white. I think this is actually one of the borders from that same topper sheet that had the big square on it. And again, you could edge this with glitter as well. You could go overboard, but we're not going to. I'm just trying to give you a few ideas, that's all. Sunflowers are such happy flowers, aren't they? My daughter's just had her garden redone, and she now needs to plant a load of things, and she's ordered a greenhouse. She's never had a greenhouse before. She never even helped me when I had a greenhouse, so I hope she's going to get on all right. She has been growing things on her windowsill, so she did very well with her tomatoes and courgettes and cornichons last year. So she's getting a greenhouse, so she's going to grow vegetables and she's going to grow some seeds, including sunflowers. I think all my bedding plants will be sorted because she'll be growing far too many. I don't think she realises just how many she's going to get and how much time it's going to take to prick them all out. But she'll learn. There's no point me telling her. I've told her, but she won't believe me until she comes to do it. And then she'll say, you know, Mum, you were right. I know, mums are always right. That's a beautiful tag, isn't it? Love it, love it, love it. I didn't want to go down around the square on the front because I've got that lovely white border from cutting it out using the largest plain charm square, but it does hide any shoddy cutting out that you might have done when you're doing your fussy cutting, so don't kind of not inking around the edges. It does work. Right, I think we'll do this one first. So this one is on this one and this one is on this one. Right, so this is going to be the left hand one. So I think what we'll do is we'll just run a little bit of glue just along the edge here. And we'll tuck this under the border. Trouble is, I can't remember where I wanted it. I think it was further up. So we're going to have it about here. This is what we're going to do. That's where it's going, I've decided. And then we're going to glue this on. It's a little bit of a challenge to glue it because we've got that embossed background. You could, of course, use one of the papers from the 8x8, one of the linen papers, as a coordination, but I thought it might be nice to have the white from the embossing folder. I haven't tried embossing one of the background papers. I'm sure they will look fab, especially if you sanded them back to reveal the core. So we are going to leave it with a little border so that we can have the emboss edge peeping through. Hold it for a few seconds. And of course, I stuck it down to the lemon sorbet before trimming it, so we might have it going to the edge of the sorbet. And then we're going to have this diamond is going to go down here. I've left enough space for that. Yes, because we're going to have that like that. And everything inside is just going to be put on flat. Obviously the embossing folder isn't flat, but just because it's deep embossed, but everything's flat so that we stand a chance of getting everything to fold up nicely. Come on, stick. the best. I think it's a card that's got lots of affirmations in it, especially with sunflowers, is quite uplifting, and the recipient's going to be quite, oh, excuse me, quite happy, I think. I think pop-out cards are a very happy thing to receive anyway. A real wow. Being true to you. Let's actually have it just there so it's not directly. See, it's a totally different layout to when I was playing it. I am just going to stick the butterfly down at the body, even though once it's folded it'll flatten out anyway. Where should we have it? Should we have it there? Has it gone down yet? I don't think it has. Let's have it there. Okay. That's where we're at so far. I mean, this could be a DL card if you wanted it to be. That's the thing about the pop-outs. You're effectively making several cards and putting them together. And so that will also get your kind of your creative juices going, and you'll be able to, you know, dissect it and make several cards, separate cards, using the same kind of method as you've used for the individual sections of the pop-out. Well, I haven't thought about decorating the inside, have I? I've got any. Oh, I've got that. I've got 2 tabs left. Okay, we're all right. I forgot about the inside panels. You'll find out what I mean in a minute when we get there, because I'll remind you that I've forgotten. This is definitely not straight, this one. Oh, it's that one that's not straight. This one's supposed to be straight. Stick. So our part here. And we'll have our tab at the top. They're like mini tags, aren't they? I call them tabs. I don't know what they are. I'm going to have some glue on the back of this while we're at it. And some glue on the back of this. Okie dokie. Where's my tweezers? I think we're going to have that just offset there. It's nice to lay them up. And we have our tab up here. There isn't, I've got another butterfly left somewhere, so I might add another butterfly. I might not, but I might. Do what you love. I'll put that just here. And then we'll have I was going to put that underneath, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. There we go. You are amazing. See, I forget immediately. I've got no brain. Right, what am I doing now? Oh yes, I'm going to get the front out. That's what I'm going to do. I'll put these just underneath, just for a minute or two, so that they finish sticking and the butterfly will squish, but that's fine. No problem. And we'll go on the front. So I'm going to put this on here. Oh, I haven't edged this one. And I probably shouldn't, because I haven't edged this one, but do I want to bit. Yeah, I'm gonna so it flows with what's inside. Okay, so I'm going to put that on here and that on it. Again, I'm going to keep it flat. I'm not going to go with tape on this. Okie dokie. Do I want it over there or do I want it there? Let's keep that lovely white edge, because I do like that white edge. And I did stamp with Pinecone Versafine Clair so that it's brown. I think that matches the centres of the sunflowers better than it's less stark than a black. And this is going to go on here. Do we want to foam tape that? I think we might actually. Let's grab one. Should we put this on first? I think we'll put this on the front first and then we'll do the foam taping. This is going to go on here. I'm going to put this on flat. So this is check I'm on the front and I'm not. Yeah, my sunflower. Oh, my sunflower's up the right way. I don't know. Let's do a check. Yep. That's how I wanted them. These aren't straight at all. Now this is driving me mad. That's very unstraight. I think it must have shrunk again when it was wet. You know, it must have been wet when I trimmed it. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Can you tell? Right, it's going on anyway. It's going on anyway. And I've got to wait for my glue to move because it's been stood up. My sleeves are in the way. Right, let's get this on. And then we're going to foam tape this one on, just with a bit of 2mm tape, just because I think it might be easier to get it to stick. Where's my scissors? I know they're here somewhere. There they are. Doing 39 minutes, not too bad. Not too bad, because pop-outs do take a while to do. Where's my prep? As I said, this is a 7x7 pop-out. You can do them smaller. Now you have to remember that when you cut your aperture on a 7x7, because your actual card blank's like almost 14 inches long. So when you run it through, you want to make sure you don't actually go to the end of your plates, otherwise you're going to get a ridge in the last flap on your inside of your card. So you don't want that. So just be careful. Okay. That's where we're at. That's pretty just on its own, isn't it? We will put pearls on there, but we'll put them on once we've actually got the inside stuck in. So let's get our panels and we'll get our inside. And that's nice and stuck now. And we'll just trim this border off. Oh, that's glue on the floor. Oh dear, oh dear. Just turn it over and use the back as a guide. Okay. And we've got the left hand one and the right hand one. So we just glue this in flat. Slot it in. Oh, working around the camera again. There we go. And it all comes together once you've got that in, those inside panels in. It all looks fab. So I chose the green linen paper for my frame because of the green in here. It would look lovely with the yellow one actually. I'm trying to use different papers and still keep one of each. I don't know how long I'm going to manage to still keep one of each and not use it. They're so precious. I have almost grabbed an extra one out of stock for me to use. Just because I don't want to run out. So you have to be quick. So you grab it before me. Right, let's put this one out. Beautiful. Doesn't it look fabulous? You wait till you see the whole thing when it's put together. So as I said, I forgot about decorating the inside, but what we have got is we have got a couple of little tabs. So we could put a little tab there, and we could put, oh, we can't put a little tab there because it doesn't fit. We could have a little tab either side. I don't know about that. Let me just grab my bits and pieces. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I've got another diamond there. That's got a script on it though. We've got some circles. Because you've got some of these have got blue tones on them, and some of them have got green tones on them. So you want to make sure you kind of coordinate. That circle will be alright. I normally cut them all out, but I haven't this time. That's a nice tag there, but that's a bit big for that space, but that's really nice. I like that one. We could put, I don't want to, we've got this diamond here, this might work, even though it's got script on it. What else have we got? I think these tabs are a bit big. fly somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. I did have it. Don't know where it's gone. Oh! I really must tidy up my desk. I'm sure I say that daily. But there's more things to do than tidy up my desk. When you're cutting out along a straight line, if you look where you're going, then you must have more chance of actually cutting it. So you look towards the end of your scissors rather than right where you're cutting. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm looking at the end of the tab now. So I'm going to look at the corner. Not corner, the roundy bit. And then you move your tag around like so, and then I'm looking here now, and that way you get a straighter edge as you possibly can. See, that would fit, that would look nice. I think it's a bit too big for that way, well, it might work that way. Let's have a look at this round one as well. And then I'll stop faffing and do something. Circles are very difficult to cut. And I do try, if possible, to cut circles out with dies. And ovals. Ovals are the same thing. But again, just turn while you're cutting. And try and be as far up your blades as possible. And it's easier with the bigger blade. Yeah, that might, yeah, see that? Yeah, there's not a lot of space up there to put things, that's the thing. I don't want to put too many. I think that tab's too big. We can have a tab there and a diamond there. And even, what if we do a bit of layering and have that, nope, even have that, and then that. That might be quite nice. And then we can have just the I don't want the circle at the top. Oh, there's loads of people coming to my door. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm faffing, aren't I? I really am faffing. Where's that? I do quite like that, but I think that needs to be a little bit smaller. We do have, actually, there are some buttons here as well, some smaller buttons. What are them buttons? What colour are they? There's a bluey. There are these buttons here, which are smaller. Which is the same as the big one, but smaller. Oh, another circle. I hate cutting circles out. Then we'll end up more like ovals. I mustn't laugh while I'm doing it. I don't like that either. Let's see if I can find something else. Where's that butterfly? Oh, there's my butterfly. So I've got another butterfly, but my butterfly's there. Wish I'd have left a bigger gap up there. That tab's too big. They would just fit, but it looks like it's actually that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with that tab, and we're going to go with this pair here, I think. No, I'm not. Change my mind. Not happy. I'm not happy. Or maybe I should just do that. I like that. That works. So we're going to edge that. We're going to commit to that straight away. I'm probably thinking, gosh, you ought to be committed. Have you got bored yet and turned off? I haven't even put the thing together yet. I thought I was all prepared. And then changed my mind. Tell you what, I will quickly just cut another butterfly out, and then we'll see if that fits. Otherwise, I'll just give up and stop, and then faff around afterwards. Right, so we're going to put this in here. So don't worry about having them the way that Phil's intended. You don't have to have the rounded edge being the one that you see. Let's put glue on this one as well. So we're going here. That's straight. And then this one is going on top. With the writing up the right way. Where's that butterfly gone? There it is. So I do use little snips for these. And the intention was to actually cut them out, leaving the little white border, but the white border disappears every now and again. I don't think it really matters. But again, you just move the card around while you're cutting. And we're just going to see if this looks half decent up in that left hand corner. The way around it is to actually, when you cut your aperture out, is to have it a bit lower. But I normally just cut the aperture out and then decide on my decoration afterwards, which, you know, isn't always the way to do it. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. Although with the amount of faffing I've been doing, still, I'm having a nice time, I don't mind. You don't have to keep the antennae on if you don't want to. I don't think it makes a lot of difference. Right, butterfly cut out. So what we could do is have that up there. Still, I'm thinking I might have it down here though. Put all the decoration down here. You could actually stamp something else in here directly if you wanted to, but obviously, you know, you've done your decoration, so you might want to, you might not want to commit, but you know, decide. This is what we're doing. We're putting the butterfly down here, away from the other one, and I'm putting a bit more glue on this one, so it's going here. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to call that a day on the decoration of the inside. Right, so now we need to get it into our card. So, just like before, it's very easy to do. I've got a bit of glue there. Got a bit of glue on the finger. Right, so you want to do one bit at a time. So make sure you know where the front is and you've got your front panel. So we're going to put glue, and you can use foam tape, not foam tape, double-sided tape if you want to. But it is actually easier with the glue. Just don't overdo it with the glue. I'm like drawing with it, so there's not loads. Then you want to open up your card, take your panels, and you want to pop it so that they touch, and line them up in a neat on the front and on the back. You don't want to see any extra card from the front. Pop that down there like that. The second one's easier. Do your pop out on this side, or your side panel. Again, don't overdo it with the glue, but you do want enough. And then have this touching this edge. And it's easy enough to roll, to slide it together because you've used glue. It is a lot easier than using double-sided tape. In the days of yore, we did use double-sided tape. This pop out isn't quite sitting as neatly as the other one did that I did. You can see it's sticking out a little bit at the front. So it's not the best example of a pop out, but it is really pretty inside. Look at that. Isn't that paper stunning? Absolutely stunning. And then I'm just going to finish it off just with a few pearls. Just going to put one in each corner. I'm not going to put them on the inside. Not another bit there. Where's my pickup tool gone? I had it sitting there, didn't I? Where is it? Hang on a minute. There it is. I knew it was there. What is that there? A dirty mark. I won't faff about with it now. I've done enough faffing, haven't I? Oh, we're nearly at an hour. I'm sorry. I put a pearl in each corner. I mustn't have measured quite as well as I did last time. I don't know why it's not. The other one was very neat, which is the one I don't have. I don't know if I found them at studios yet. I think I might go for. Should I go for a cream? Let's go for a cream. This is, I don't know, I think it's called Ivory Shimmer. I'm not sure because there's no name on it. We are going to go for the 8mm, the big ones. Put one in each corner. I wasn't planning on making any more cards with these creative packs because I've got other things to do, but I have done, and it's not my best card in the world, but hopefully you've got some ideas. Hopefully that'll stick. It's difficult when you've got the recesses of the embossing folder. There we go. It doesn't look too bad on screen actually. So there we go, there's our pop out, 7x7 pop out. So you've got the lovely creative pack on the front and the charm squares and the quilted circles embossing folder. And the words of inspiration, and then on the inside you've got this beautiful, beautiful pop out with, again, elements from the creative pack, loads of affirmations from the words of inspiration sentiment, and a few little elements. I'm actually quite happy that I didn't put something up the left hand side now. I'm quite happy with that. and you've got that lovely paper to look at in the centre. So I hope you enjoyed that. There's a full list of what I've used in the description. Oh dear, I'm just really thwarted by this, aren't I? Yeah, there's a full list of what I've used in the description of this video and where you can find them. And do like and subscribe on my YouTube channel if you've not already, as there's lots of videos on there. And yeah, thank you for watching.